What's going on, YouTube? It's kind of late here. It's Wednesday night. Yeah, I think it's Wednesday night, 11:40. So I had to get my little financial medicine for today. And today I have 10 reasons that things that the people are doing in their ordinary life, normal people, that is preventing them from becoming wealthy. And I'm sure some of these things that I actually go over today will kind of touch home. And I'll be very brief because I want to get through all 10 of them on this video. And I get right into it. The first mistake that people that make a mistake in is they go out and they buy a brand new car. Now let me go real brief about why a brand new car is one of the dumbest things to buy. Okay, first of all, a car is a bad, and when I say bad, it's a terrible investment. And the reason why is because a car depreciates. So it's definitely a bad investment. So if you want to buy a car, which I don't even believe in making car payments, but anyway, if you do want to do that and get into that trap, wait till someone drives it. Let someone drive it for a year or two and let the price go way down and buy the car on sale. Because a car that's, let's say, maybe $20,000 in 2009, I guarantee you in 2011, this car will probably be worth maybe $13,000. That's a $7,000 savings. So don't buy a car brand new. If you're me, buy a car paid for cash, because car payments, nah. The car is meant to get you from A to B. So I won't elaborate too much on that one, but let's move on. The second thing, there's this rumor going around in America that owning a home is the American dream. Okay? Now, owning a home is a great feeling, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, if you're fresh out of college, because this seems like what happens is when people graduate from college, they bust open the gates, they want to get married so fast and bring the child in, and next thing you know, they go into a home with student loan debts from racking up when they were in college. The baby needs things, and then they have a house payment tied onto that. If you cannot afford to pay 20% down on a home, you don't need a home. That if an emergency happens while you're in that home, you're in a world of hurt, because you're going to have to scramble or borrow money from someone else. Because one thing about a home, if you don't have a nice down payment, you're going to be house poor. Meaning, if your mortgage is $100,000 and if you go in the house with zero down, your monthly payments will be kind of high. So don't rush to get a home. Save money first. Do it responsibly. Third thing. What happened with third thing? Oh, doodads. Doodads are things that I call like things you can't live without. Your Xbox 360, Bose speakers, your jet skis, and all this other kind of stuff, right? We know we want to have them, and there's nothing wrong with it, but buy them responsibly. Craigslist is an excellent website, Craigslist.com, and it's an excellent website where people who had to have these things, they went out and bought them full price. Now they're giving them away for great prices. You get a jet ski for my wife's dad bought a jet ski actually about a month ago for $1,000 with the trailer and everything, because probably couldn't afford it, and next thing you know, they just wanted to go and liquidate get some money so they can get some cash in hand. So that's what happened. Okay. Fourth thing, clothes. Okay. All you guys out there and gals, you got to have the name brand stuff. If the shirt doesn't have a polo emblem on it, you're not the guy, or if the bag doesn't have a Coats or a Louis Vuitton deal on it, you're not in the in crowd. Shop at stores like Ross, because those name brand goods, when they're not sold in those stores, they go right over to Ross, and you can buy them for a reduced price. What sense does it make to buy an $80 shirt from Banana Republic when later on you can buy that same shirt for $17 at Ross? Or even go to secondhand stores, go to thrift stores, because that's becoming a trendy thing now. You would find some great buys. You would be actually surprised at some like shirts and and things that look actually brand new. Okay? Fifth thing we have here is, for all those guys who couldn't wait to get into a home and never had any money saved, and all of a sudden you want to get some money all of a sudden, and fix up the house, you do this thing they call refinancing. Okay? All that does is bury you more into debt, because refinancing is a dumb thing. Your goal in the house should be to pay that thing off as soon as possible. I don't care if you get a 30-year loan, which is a bad thing. You should get a 15-year loan. If they give you 15 years to pay it off in 7 to 8. Because if you're young and without a house payment, you can take that money and you can use it to start building wealth. Okay, let's get into the sixth one. The sixth one is people don't have emergency funds. Save your own money. What's the difference is if you save $1,000 in an account for an emergency, right? Versus $1,000 on a credit card, all right? If you have your emergency and you can pay for it cash, it's done. But with the credit card, you got this $1,000 in emergency. You took it on this, you put it on the credit card. Now you got to pay your $25 a month payments or this. And then what if another emergency comes? You just pile it on top. All right. Let's get to number 7. 7 is eating out too much. There's a website called allrecipes.com. You and your loved one can get together and you can plan your meals out for the whole week. Greek food, Mexican food, Indian food. You have it. I mean, you have better choices on there than you would at a restaurant. And plus, you're making it for a third of the price. And you get some bonding time with your mate. Saving money, and that's the big thing. You're saving money. Because we're saving money to build wealth. All right. 8th thing, going out too much. If you're going out to clubs and you're buying VIP tables and you only have a, 45, 50,000 a year income, whatever, you're blowing your money. If you really want some entertainment and some things to do it every once in a while, but invite some friends over. Have them bring some the beers over or a Coke if you don't drink or whatever, and just hang out with them, and for a third of the price, but you're still having fun, All right, number 9, loaning money out to family members. If you have some moochers in your family, I tell you right now, the first thing you tell them is no, because they're not your responsibility. And second of all, if you find out that they are having problems where they have to ask you for money, hey, give them some of these principles. Let them subscribe to the channel. I can give them some things to do. Because like I said, in America, we shouldn't have people like that unless you're if you're incapable, maybe with some physical challenge or something like this, now that's different. But if you're walking and you're 100% great, you shouldn't have to be borrowing money from people. That means you need to get your life in order. And the last thing is, people don't have a budget. Okay? Now, the reason why you have a budget is because, and this is why it's a good thing, because you tell your money what to do. The money doesn't tell you what to do. Usually in situations, we have people who, if your money tells you what to do, what you will find out is that every time you get paid or whatever, or before you get paid, before your next paycheck, you have no more money in the bank. And you wonder why this happens. And you ask yourself that famous question, like, where did all my money go? What did I spend it on? And just real quick, to let you know why this is so important. You're doing these things now so you can live like no one else later. So you can live great later. You're making the decisions now to live great later. Because when you come out of college, guys, let me tell you something. You're not rich. Okay? You don't have money when you come out of college. You just left a poor situation. Now all of a sudden, to everybody else, you want to look like you have so much money, you're doing so great. But you're not. You're not doing great until you can go to your bank account and you see $100,000 to $200,000 and you're debt free. And you're on your way to becoming a millionaire because you made the right choices. Once you set your foundation up like this, then you can live like no one else. Set your foundation up first, then go out and do those things. Not do those things and then you can't set your foundation up. So I got through those. So thanks for letting me get something off my chest, and I hope you guys can use this. And I'm applying it in my own life too. So signing off.